Hello everybody. Welcome to a art haul video. Sort of, kind of, maybe a little bit. I know in my last video where I reviewed all of the art supplies that I used in 2024, I said I am on hiatus from acquiring any new art supplies, but in my defense, I ordered these before the start of 2025. And I'll explain a little bit of the story of how I came to know about these paints. But they are Shinhan Pass Watercolor Gouache paints. I'm just going to read from the Jackson's website, jacksonsart.com. Shinhan Pass is a hybrid of watercolor and gouache. Pass takes its name from a subway or metro pass, like a travel pass that allows access to unlimited modes of transportation. Shinhan Pass allows both transparent and opaque techniques to be realized with a single tube. Shinhan Pass is a hybrid of premium watercolor and gouache. The low amount of gum, Arabic, and glycerin in this paint makes brush strokes more free and colors appear more saturated. Shinhan Pass paints are made with the world's best pigments. These vivid colors are light fast, and each color maintains its own integrity when blending. ACMI certified and non-toxic. Fun. So we're gonna swatch out these paints, and let me just explain how this started, how I came to get these paints. I first saw the pink paint. What is the number? 870, I think. I should have that in front of me. Yes, 870 pink. I first saw Raj Kaur use this on her Substack. Raj, what is it? artaswork.substack.com is her Substack, and it's great. Highly suggest that you follow Raj on Substack, and me as well, and so many other great artists and illustrators over there sharing so much good stuff. I love Substack. Anyway, I saw her using the pink in, maybe it was one of her co-swatching sessions, maybe it was just something she posted on her Substack or during another drawing session that we attended together. Anyway, I was blown away by the intensity of this pink. It's very pink. It's like, you know how everybody always talks about opera pink and how opera pink is like the brightest pink they've ever seen? This pink is pinker and brighter than any opera pink you've ever seen in your life. It's amazing. And so I went looking for it, and it's really hard to find, at least for me here in Canada. None of the local art supplies carry this brand. Or if they do, they don't have pink as the option. So the only place I was able to find it was on jacksonsart.com, which I'm pretty sure that you know is a UK-based website. So I kept checking there. I kept going back, checking. They were always out of stock. And then I saw that they had an option to put your email address in to get notified when it was available again. And so I did that, and then I kind of forgot about it. And then I got an email after Christmas saying the pink is back in stock. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna order it. I've wanted it for like a year, and it's still like top of my list. I mean, I said I forgot about it, but I really didn't forget about it. I just stopped looking. But you know, I'm not just gonna order one tube of paint to be sent across oceans to get to me. So I ordered 3 more tubes, and so I was looking through the colors, and I love an ultramarine, so I got the ultramarine deep. I needed a yellow. I was gonna build the limited color palette very similar to my beloved Holbein Gamboge Nova, quinacridone magenta, and turquoise blue color, so you can kind of see the inspiration there. So I added the ultramarine deep. I added a permanent yellow, which felt like a really nice middle yellow. They have a lemon yellow, which is a little bit lighter, a little more acidy, and a permanent yellow deep, which is more on the orangey kind of yellow side, which I think would be a little more to the Gamboge Nova that I already have. So I went with the permanent yellow, which I think was a really good choice. It's a really clean, clear, bright yellow. Not fluorescent, but really nice. And like, when you think yellow, you're probably going to think of this color. Anyway, yellow. And then I went with the composed blue, which is like a turquoise color, but they call it compose blue. It's really pretty. You can see how pretty the colors are. So pretty. So yeah, so I went with those thinking that I could have 2 limited color palettes with these 4 paints. So the pink, the yellow, the ultramarine deep, the pink, the yellow, and the compose blue. And I do a little color wheel color charts. I didn't record that process, but I'll show you. I will show you the results of that toward the end of this video. And yeah, so I'm rambling while sort of half keeping an eye on what's happening on the screen right now, and I'm not doing a very good job at really explaining what it is that I'm doing, aside from you can see that I'm swatching these paints out. The little stamp that I used was a little stamp that I carved with the lino printing tools to use as like little swatch things. I just think it's cute. It's just a fun little thing to do in a sketchbook or on paper or something. And my idea is to make art prints with different colors. So perhaps one day in my shop you'll see some prints with these colors on it. I think that'd be pretty cute. Just a little something to put up on your little art wall. Anyway, these colors are really nice. The blue feels a lot liquidier than the others, so you'll see me kind of try to shake the tube, which doesn't work, and squeeze the tube, which doesn't work. But they're really nice. Like, yeah, that's first impressions is these paints are great, and I would add more if I ever allow myself to buy more art supplies, but I don't need any more paint, so maybe when it comes time to refill some colors, I'll refill them with Shinhan Pass. I do like the idea that they are both, like, that it's like a hybrid of watercolor and gouache, because I do like to use my gouache dry anyway, so I feel like maybe this is a good solution if the colors are going to be a little clearer and brighter than gouache. When you use gouache dried, it gets a bit chalky sometimes. Anyway, I have put some of these in pans, in watercolor pans, so I'm excited to try what they do when they're dried. Yeah. I think I'm running out of things to say right now, so maybe I'll just throw some music on and let you watch me play. Next up, I'm going to do a color chart, so see how each color mixes into itself. I feel like with that, I was a little light on the paint. Like I feel like I could have really used a lot more paint to get the true colors out of it. So I might go back over that and do that again. But I also, like I said, I did some color wheels as well to see the different gradients that you can get when mixing each color into each other. I didn't record that for whatever reason, but I'll show you the picture of it at the end so that you can see all of the colors. I think the best limited palette is the pink, the yellow, and the ultramarine deep. Permanent yellow and ultramarine deep. I think the greens that makes are much much more to my taste, and then also the purples are very like bright, maybe. These paints are just so bright. I think that's the word that comes to mind when I think of these paints, is bright. What I'm doing right now on screen is mixing all 4 colors together, and look at that green. It's perfect. Perfect. I might actually have to make that in a pan. Just do a combo in a pan and just have that as like a standard color in all of my palettes, because it's great. It's beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. If anything comes to mind, I will pop back in. But if not, I will see you at the end. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Here is the color wheels that I made. So the one up in the left corner is with the ultramarine deep, and then the one in the bottom right is with the compost blue. So you can see, I mean, I think maybe you can see what I'm talking about with the greens. I wish I left more room to like explore more of the greens, but they're really nice and olivey, but still very clear. And then I think the ones with a compost blue, so the yellow with just a little bit of compost blue makes a really nice like acidy chartreusey color, I think. But then the more and more compost blue that you add, I think the greens are just greens that I probably wouldn't really use. So I feel like I'm just going to use compost blue as its own color, not really mixed with anything. And then use the ultramarine in like a limited palette with the other two colors. Anyway, I'm going to join Charlotte Hamilton for a drawing session this afternoon. I think we're drawing stills from the TV show Ripley. So I'm going to use these paints for that. And I will record the process and let you follow along. But follow Blue Shine Art on Substack as well for all of her great drawing sessions. Okay, enjoy the speed paint and let me know what you think of these paints, if you've ever tried them before, or what you think of these colors. I love them, if that's not clear. I'm going to have fun with these this year. I'm going to use up all of the tubes. Okay. Enjoy, and I will see you later. Thanks so much for being here. Bye. But stay.